In this ApiX-Drive review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the software. If you have any questions, please be sure to comment them down below, and I'll also be sure to leave a discounted link down there so you can always get your money's worth for ApiX-Drive. ApiX-Drive is a software that helps you automate your work with code-free API integration. This is what you should see once you have actually logged in, once you've been through all of the sign-up areas. This is what you should see once you've logged in and once you've actually been through all of the sign-up areas. Now I'm going to go ahead and quickly go over each feature, and then I'm going to actually dive deep into each one throughout the review. So straight off the bat, in the top left hand corner here, you have the ApiX-Drive logo. Once you click on this, it should take you to the main page. To the left of that, you have these three lines right here, and once you click on that, it should open up this section. This is just to go through each main feature of the software. Back to this page, you can actually see there's an empty page here because we've just logged in. You can go ahead and create a connection straight off the bat if you need. All the way to the right, you have your account settings up here. Once you click on that, you can actually go to my account or even exit. What that will do is log you out. All the way back to the left, we have the main section right here. We have the account section, the billing section, partner cabinet, video, profile, and help. All the way at the bottom, you can actually see what plan you are on and what limits you have according to what plan. So this is the main page of ApiX-Drive. I'm going to go ahead and click create connection so I can show you what that does. Once you go ahead and click it, it should actually take you to this right here where you can actually start learning the software, which is a pretty good feature because if you don't actually know the software fully, it can actually teach you straight up. I'm going to go ahead and quickly just go through this anyway, and then we'll get back to it. And there we go. Once you have actually been through that section where it teaches you what to do, you will land on this page. Now this is actually you setting up your connections. So as you can see all the way to the left here, you can actually see connection. You can see that you've actually started a new connection, and then right below that you have your data source. In that you have your system, your action, your access, settings, filter, and your test. So we're going to go ahead and go through the features of setting up a new connection. So to the right here, you can see that we actually have our settings for setting up this section. You can see we are on the system bit, and you can actually go through each of these steps until we finish at the end here. So right below that, you can actually select your system. Once you click this, it shows up a different variety of categories. We're just going to go ahead and select any of these just so we can actually have it on a system. We're going to go ahead and select active chat. Once you've selected that, you can go ahead and click continue right here below that, and it should load for a second and take you to the next section. Right here you can actually select what action it is. It should say indicate what action the robot will trigger. So again, you can go ahead and click on the same thing as the other section and it should open up this. However, this only has one bit because of the plan limitation. We're going to go ahead and just select get data. Once I've selected that, we can go ahead and also click continue. Next, we are on the access section. Right here, you can connect account. Once you select that, it should open up this right here, and you can actually just go ahead and click continue. It should say account has been successfully connected. To continue, click the continue button. So we're going to go ahead and click continue again. Next, we are on the settings section. This is where you can actually have any editing sections and a URL for receiving data. Right here, this is your URL link, which data from the selected system will be sent. That's already in on its own, so we're going to go ahead and click continue again. Moving on through, this is the filter section. This is where you can configure any of the filtering for your data. You can go ahead and click this right here, add filtering condition, and once you've selected that, it should open up this below it. You can go ahead and click this right here. Once you've actually been through these, you should actually have a filtering system. Once you've went ahead and filled in all of that information, you can actually see you land on this finish page. However, because I didn't have actually any information to input to this because it is just a review, this message right here has popped up. However, once you guys have actually filled in correct information, this should be easy for you guys. Once you have done it all, you can go ahead and click next down here, and it should say that your data source setup has been completed successfully. Next, you can actually go ahead and set up the data destination. You just want to go ahead and click start configuring data right down below here. These have the same steps and same features as the data source. So we're going to go ahead and run through this really quickly because we don't actually have any information, but I'm going to show you each feature as it comes so you can actually have a good understanding of what the software does. In the system section, you can go ahead and select a system again. We're going to go ahead and select active campaign. You can go ahead and quickly select continue, and it should take you to the action page. Again, you can go ahead and select one of these. There's a great deal of variety right here which you can actually choose from depending on you. We're going to go ahead and just click add/update a contact. Next, you can connect an account again by just clicking this button right here. Onto the settings section, you can go ahead and edit any settings. You can edit your object ID right here by clicking this, and then you can also have your cancel reason or any other reason. I'm going to go ahead and just fill in these options right here. And then finally, we should be on the finish section. Finally, I'm going to go ahead and click next, and it should create your data destination successfully. Finally, you can enable your update, and it should take you to this connections page where you can actually see all of your connections. You can go ahead and turn off the auto update. You can actually see your update date, and you can see your update interval. Right to the left of that, you can see if there's any log errors, and then all the way to the right, you can either trash it, adjust the settings, or even copy your connection. And there you go, that is the ApiX-Drive review. Overall, it's a very well integrated software and is really good at integrating any connections for an API. A few features I liked is how you can actually integrate a lot of different connections that you're already signed up to, and how easy the software actually is to navigate. Overall, I think it's a great software. Would I recommend it to anyone? Yes, I would. Anyone who needs an API connection, I would definitely recommend ApiX-Drive. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.